guys, welcome to my orchard at Quebec Homestead. I finally made it out here. It's a nice sunny day. I just harvested my potatoes. I'm going to be working on that video. Once it's done, I'll link it right here. But I've been asked a lot because I have a really young orchard and it's been producing a lot for us. And I figured I'd just show what I've done with it and who inspired me to make it this way and how I did it. So hopefully this will be helpful for you guys, and you'll be able to start your own little orchard at your place with the methods that I'm giving you today. That wind. That's mine. Just stop it. That's what you want? Would you believe me if I told you I have not watered these trees once? You better believe it. I showed a little clip of these trees when they were in full bloom. They froze and they ended up producing anyways. So I'm really excited that I'm being able to share this video with you guys today. And I've been also asked a whole bunch, how in the world are these little trees producing this much? So here's the thing. Before planting these, please don't lick my face. Right, this is Darwin, my big baby. He's always photobombing my stuff. So before planting these trees, I did a lot of research. I looked in, okay, I'm in zone 3. What kind of trees can I plant here that will survive first off and that will produce a good amount, which without losing the taste, I'm really limited in what I can grow here. So I contacted a place that sold fruit trees here, and it's called Pépinière Ancestrale, and they have a whole list of trees that they offer that are zone 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I think it goes all the way up to 5 in their area. And what I found out was if you want to have trees that'll produce faster, you have to have grafted trees. Are you gonna let me vlog? I see. Push. Okay. So what they do at that place, that nursery, is that they graft trees that you want onto a tree that is a dwarf tree, I guess. So the dwarf trees produce faster, and that's why I chose these ones. And I don't have them all on a dwarf graft, I guess, but I chose the smaller ones. I didn't get the standard trees. The thing you have to know about the standard trees, though, is that they last a much longer, like 100 years or so. The dwarf trees will last like 20, 25 years. This dog. So I wanted the trees to produce faster, and I said, if they don't last as long, it's not too bad, because what you can do then, once they're like at their maximum lifetime, is bury the stem so that the tree that is grafted will set roots, and that's when that tree is going to become a big 12-foot and more, standard tree. So that's what I did here. Look at this dog. He's just so happy. Are you happy? I'm having a hard time vlogging with kids, and then add a big 100-pound dog on top of it that loves apples. Huh? Stop it. Are you done? Are you done? I guess I'm going to vlog with the dog. So yeah, that's what I did, and I didn't plant them in spring. I planted them the first year that I got here in autumn, and all the leaves were already fallen to the ground, and that's when I planted them. Like, I think it was like late October, early November, and I didn't water them once. I just let the spring thaw, and like here in the autumn it always rains and it's cold, so I just let the nature take its course. Darwin, please don't tip it over. Yeah, so I just let nature take its course, and I refuse to say, okay, well, like, look at all the trees in the nature. They do not get watered except for when it rains. And so I put a thick layer of mulch all around the base of my trees and crossed my fingers pretty much. I lost a few of them the second year. Mostly it's my fault because I went over them with the mower. But and there's one that like sort of, I wasn't sure what it had, but it didn't look healthy, so I just cut it down. But here are some varieties that I chose for Zone 3 that I found are really good. I've only tasted a few of them so far, but there's like 2 of them that I would like highly recommend for you guys. So here you go. So another thing that I did in this orchard this summer that I think was a real good success was that I did not mow once in this orchard. I let the wildflowers grow. I created a canopy, all the moisture stayed underneath, and I think that really did make a difference. The view is just so incredible. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 kinds of apples. I only have 5 that produced this year, and 5 kinds, because I like in all in total I don't know how many trees I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I have 23 apple trees, which I think 2 of them died. So 23 apple trees. I have 6 kinds. I have Battleford, which is Zone 2, Norland, which is Zone 2 as well, early, Dolgo, Zone 2. I have Red Free, which is Zone 3, Cortland, Zone 3, which I'm not very, I'm not too happy with those ones. And Honeycrisp, which is Zone 3, which they have not produced yet, I think. This is Norkin, and I just literally just picked it. They were smaller. Oh, these ones are ready. Okay. I'm gonna have to figure out which ones are the ones that I picked that were so red and so delicious. Oh my gosh, they were so good. Oh yeah, and then I have like all the other things that haven't produced yet. I have Bartlett pears. I have Toka. What are prunes? Plums. I have Toka plums. I have Juanetta plums. And what else did I? All my cherry trees died. Unfortunately, they were like really small, and when I planted them, and yeah, they didn't make it. There was Zone 4 too, so I mean it could have happened. I'm trying to be thorough on the things that I did. So I remember, okay, let's do like a 360 of my orchard. See if you can see this. I have rows. So yeah, I do have 6 rows in my orchard. I planted these first ones because they are the ones that are supposed to produce earlier, which is the case. There are some exceptions to the rules. There's one that was like supposed to be mid-summer, but it produced like in the early, so I don't know. I tried to do them like, how does Stéphane Sokoviak say that? Like your grocery store aisles, you know? So these ones are early, then it goes on later and later and later in the season. So that's how I planted them. This was inspired by Miracle Farms, Stefan Slavkoviak. Really inspirational dude. And he's in Quebec as well, but like in southern Quebec. I think he's like zone 5 or 6-ish. So yeah, it's really, really an awesome channel. You should go check him out. He's, I mean, if it wouldn't have been for him, I probably would have planted this all wrong, you know? Well, not all wrong, but I would have definitely not chosen the right types. I wouldn't have looked into getting bare root trees, which I highly recommend. You know, so it's all things like that. He's the one that taught me all through his YouTube channel, which is awesome. The only thing I regret about my setup and the way that I placed my trees is that my grocery aisles should have been this way instead of this way, because this goes up. And if you're coming in, like, let's say we get really big harvests, I'm gonna have to go all the way up and work my way down, I guess. But I mean, if we were just working from left to right, and let's see people that are older that want to come pick with me, they'll have an easier time just picking them from left to right. Anyways, that's, you know, that's stuff that happens. We learn. Sleep. Just sleep. Stop it. Oh, this dog. Don't step on me. That's dominance. I don't like that. Push, toi. Push. Oh. Okay. Just relax. I guess people are doing some target practice in back of me. Hunting season. And here, like, on the top of my mountain, there's just a whole bunch of private properties, and it's just hunting properties. So there's a lot of hunting going on here. So people are... There's just one thing I want to add is if you have the chance to get bare root trees, do it. Get bare root. Don't get them potted. What happens is that they get all root bound, and the places that have them in pots will have them for years in those pots. So if you do get the ones in the pots, like, try to separate the roots as much as you can before putting them in the ground. And what I did do when I planted these guys, I put some compost, some shrimp compost at the base where the roots are, because this is sort of a rocky mountain. Darwin, stay close. He's hearing the guns fire. Stay close, boy. Come here. Okay, good boy. It's okay. Yeah, so I put down some compost right in the roots when I planted these guys, and I think that gave them a little boost for the beginning, definitely.